Hi, hello, vanakkam. Welcome to Ascent. In this video, I'm going to go through my own statement of purpose, which helped me to get my Canadian study permit. First, I'll be explaining to you what is a statement of purpose. Then, I will go through my own SOP. So, in this video, I'm going to refer the statement of purpose as SOP, okay? So, I will go through my own SOP and explain the format which I use. Usually, people use either a letter format or an essay format. And then I will give you the points which I covered in my SOP and the hints in each points, which gives you a general idea on what to include under each point. Finally, I'll be giving you some tips which I needed when I wrote my own SOP. Let's get right in. So, what is a statement of purpose? It is nothing but a letter you're writing to the visa officer stating all the reasons why you want to study in Canada. Okay, so it will cover your academic and career goals and how this opportunity, that is your studies, aligns well with your future plans or long-term objectives. Next, going on to my statement of purpose. These are the 10 topics which I covered in my statement of purpose and which you have to cover in yours as well. So, before delving on into my SOP, I would like to introduce my background so that you're familiar. So, I did my high school in commerce in India, and then I did my bachelor's of business administration, and I moved into teaching because it was right after COVID and I don't want to come here for that short period of time. So for 10 months I worked as a teacher, and then I applied for my postgrad certificate in human resource management. So as you can see, my postgrad cert aligns exactly with my bachelor's degree, but I worked as a teacher, which is a career shift. So if you have a similar background like me, you should for sure take a look into my SOP. So, this is my letter of explanation or SOP, which I submitted to IRCC for my study permit. So, it is 3 page, and I have used kind of both the format, letter and essay, because I have used headings, but I have completed it with assigning it off and giving them my contact information. So I prefer this format, so I did this. It's your choice to choose whatever you please. Now let's go deep into each of the section and give you hints. So starting with the heading, I have used the heading as letter of explanation. As per IRCC website, you can say statement of purpose. It's your wish. And I have started it with the heading, which is introduction. And in the starting, I have included a quote and explained it and how it connects with the course. So I have said that there is a Tamil pilgrim. So my native language is Tamil. So in this pilgrim, it says that there is a vast amount of unknown things. So in order to expand my knowledge and understand, I'm planning to pursue my degree. So you can choose to start it with a quote, a proverb, or give a summary of yourself. Let's say, I studied this and I'm working as this. You can do whatever it pleases, but it should be attractive. It should draw the attention of the person who is reading. Always keep in mind that it should be unique because the visa officer is doing this as a job. So keep that in mind and make it as good as you can. Then after that, I connected it with the course and the purpose of the letter. So the purpose of me writing this letter is to get my study permit for the course. So be sure to mention the course right here and the duration of the course. And if you're doing a co-op, include that as well in your introduction. Next, I started with my academic background. So I gave a little hint of my high school and how it inspired me to get my uh, UG degree, which I did in business administration. So it shows I am making it in the form of a story, a narrative, so that the person who is reading it is able to connect. So I wrote it like that. In my high school, I saw this and I was influenced by that, and I did my bachelor's in business administration. After that, I linked my bachelor's degree to the postgrad certificate which I applied in Canada, which is human resource management. After which I gave them why did I choose this specific program. So here, as you can see, I covered all of my educational background, which is I did my high school, after which I did my bachelor's in business administration, after which I'm applying for my postgrad cert in human resource management. Then you can give your marks if you want, if you feel that it's important. If not, you can totally skip it. Then I have given my work experience. I have started, as I just had one work experience, I started with saying that, see, again, I'm using a connector after completing my BBA. So I'm continuing the narrative. Here I'm saying that I did so and so things as a teacher, and this has helped me, and all of these skills are going to help me while I do my postgrad cert in human resource management. So you have to always connect the work you did on how is it gonna help you in the course which you are going to pursue. It's a little bit of research, that's all it is, and you can do it too. Then I addressed why I did a career change, because I did my bachelor's in business and then I worked as a teacher, and now I want to pursue a career again in human resource management, which is connected to my bachelor's. So I have to justify. Think about all the questions a person can ask to you when you say that you're going to study abroad in this course. Then try to answer all of those questions, write it up, and you will figure this all out. After this, I wrote inclination towards human resource management. So why did I choose HR? In business, there are various other paths, like in any other field. Like we have marketing, SEO, and finance. So why did I choose HR? So I wanted to make that point clear as well. So I wrote the internships I did and the research project I did, which helped me to choose human resource, which is why I want to go forward and make a career out of it. So that's why it's important to do internships during your bachelor's. Now, as you can see, I want to do a small recap. I started with my high school, my bachelor's, and then the teaching course I did, and then saying like, why am I interested in HR field? This is all my background, okay? And now I'm gonna talk about the future, okay, and the background research I did. Next, I'm starting. Why did I choose Canada for my higher education? When there is so many other countries, why did you choose Canada? You can't just write like it will be easier to get a visa. It's less costly. That is a valid point, but you have to give a little more points here as well. So you can just read through mine so that you can get an idea. First, make it specific to Canada, okay? So first deal with why Canada and compare it with India, like I did, your home country. And then you can mention all the other countries. How is Canada more affordable for you? Or how your field is growing or thriving in Canada. So mention the other countries and then complete. Always complete with you. Okay. Why did you choose Canada? Final pointer. Then moving forward, I wrote about why I chose Seneca. First, I wrote about the successful alumni of Seneca College, especially from my program. So I was doing human resource management. So from my program, I found Catherine was doing quite well. So I researched a little bit about it and took her point and just put it here that, see, I have an alumni in my college who is doing really well, and I think that if I go there, I can achieve great heights. So this is how you say that I chose this college not because I got offered a seat there, It's because I really want to be there. Okay. After saying that, you can talk about the faculty. Again, research about the faculty in the college you're going and write a little bit about them if you can. Finally, I wrote the support which the college provides in general to all its students. And finally, I wrote a little bit about the location of Seneca, how it is in the central location, so it will be helpful for me. So think about all the reasons which you can find on why you chose the college. And then finally, I have written about why I chose the specific program. So I've linked it again to my UG, the undergrad I did. And then I wrote a little about how this course will help me achieve my long term goals. And then I explained to them that this course, the HRM program in Seneca, offers a work term which will help me to get exposure into a Canadian work environment. You can include that as well. And finally, I've included the course which was unique according to me, which is offered by other colleges, but I prefer to put it in. So choose all things which makes your course unique and put it in under this. And then under financial support, you have to give a statement saying where do you get the money to study abroad. Okay, so I gave like the total amount of tuition which I need, and I specified that I already paid my first semester fees, and then that I have deposited GIC, and I have attached all these documents. So everything you have mentioned here, the financial support section, all these documents should be there in your file. Okay, and then in future plans, a vital part of the SOP, I included the career development which I will get after completing my course. So what are the pros of me completing this course so that I can do better? Then especially you have to mention the family ties you have, so that they can make a point like, okay, they give a study permit for a specific period of time because they want you to go back and come and study here but go back. So be sure to mention the family ties you have back home in India or in your home country, so that it is a little convincing. Even though you want to work here, just make sure to mention your family ties. Then finally, give a closing statement. In conclusion, I have written, okay, I kindly request you to do it as in a letter format and give me the letter which I need. Then thanking you, and I did the closure. Hope you got an idea by now. Now it's time for me to give you all some tips which help me to write my SOP, and I believe it's going to help you write a strong SOP as well. So, my first point is be genuine and honest. Don't make things up for your SOP, and never copy and paste from others' work, as well as don't state maybes or the things you predict, but rather state facts, and always see how it links to the purpose of the letter. The second point is do your research. Don't start writing your SOP before researching about all the 10 topics which I mentioned. So might be write them all down, all the 10 topics, and then think about what you would put into your SOP. Make points so that when you write yours, you have ideas to build upon. The third point is always connect your past with your future, because no one will have the exact same experience as you had. So always try to connect your past experience with the future, which is your studies. For example, if you look at my SOP, I have connected my education, my teaching background to human resource when I talked about future prospects, wherein I wrote I would like to be a HR in education sector. So you can tie up whatever you like. Next, keep it concise. So always try to keep your work short and simple. Don't go over 3 to 4 pages max. And always be focused on what you're writing. Don't deviate from your subject. The last and final point is proofread and edit. I'm pretty sure all of you, if you have already written your SOP, you would have read it multiple times and proofread it yourself. But it is my suggestion to give it to your friends and family for them to read it once and give them their opinion about it. And if you feel that they are right or you can improve, try to do it. If not, if you feel that it's good, just go forward with it. I want to close by saying that always believe in yourself. You know about yourself better than anyone else. So think and do your research, and I am super duper sure that you are going to write a very strong SOP, put it forward, and then get the study permit to come here to Canada. See you all, and don't forget to subscribe.